What's happening? What's happening? We trapping, we trapping. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Let's get it. Tap in, we back trapped in. You already know what time it is, man. Let's get it. We trapping on a holiday Monday, you understand? This ain't an ugly Monday because the 4th of July is tomorrow. So we special edition holiday trapping, you understand me? Shout out to everybody rocking, man. I appreciate all the love and support. I had me a nice little break, you know what I'm saying? But it's time to get back to work for a short amount of time, then I'm back off. But make no mistake about it, we are working on this side of town. Shout out to Mr. Joe Tranchina, Mr. Michael Lockhart, Eric Wallace, Jeffrey Smith, Miss Regina Green with the green, Miss You Goddess the poet, Jay Worthy, David Sorellis. What's happening? What's happening? We trapping, we trapping. I hope everybody's been enjoying their days, you know what I'm saying? Without trapping, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need a little church in your life, you know what I'm saying? But we back live in effect, you understand me? So shout out to everybody rocking. Shout out to Mr. Money Mission. Bruce got the toxic juice. Justin Kitchens over there on Facebook, man. Shout out to the Facebook squad. And Jeffrey Smith, Texas T, we in the building with it, man. But you already know, first and foremost, before we let it go too far, we gotta make sure them haters on their job, man. Let's make sure these haters hate, man. Let's get this thing jumping around the corner now. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's get this trap jumping around the corner. Let's get it. Let's go. We back trapping, baby. Let's get it.
I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day.
Hey.
Ain't no looking back. Came a long way.
Let's go.
I know that they mad, but just
hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge the card. I promise. Let's get it. Hey. Shout out to Trap Boy. I see you in the building. What's happening, sir? You good? April Burns. Let's get it.
LandLord is showing how to ball.
Let's go.
You ain't in.
We gotta make sure them haters on their job, man. That's what they was put on God's purpose. You already know. Let's get it. Hey, y'all share this content, man. Let's pump this algorithm, man. Let's beat up the algorithm. Just like Dak do the Eagles, man. We finna beat up the algorithm, man. Let's get it. Shout out to Common Sense in the building, man. Shout out to Common Montoya, Cowboy AJ. Let's get it. We in the building, man. Let's go. Hey, let's go. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Let's go. Hey, let's get it. Said Jamaica Independence Day is August 6th. That's interesting. You learn something new every day, you know? Let's get it. Let's go. Hey, man, shout out to everybody rocking, man. Shout out to everybody rocking. You understand? We back with it, man. We back with it. Now, you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone, but I promise you, you are in the trap, sir.
Trap.
I promise.
Trap.
Make no mistake about it, man. We back in the building. I'm feeling great. I done spent a lot of time with the family. Now it's time to get back to work. You understand me?
Trap.
You understand me?
Trap.
For a few days, you know, I got to take back off. But I told y'all in the post I made that I got a lot of traveling over the next few weeks. So I hope y'all bear with me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I give a couple of shows as I go. But that's just the nature of the beast. I kind of asked for this life. What Meek Mill said, we used to pray for times like this. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I want to do with the Cowboy YouTube. So, hey, it's asking me or requiring me to go all over the world, looks like. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we going to be at, man. But I do it for y'all, and we trying to get this thing jumping. So shout out to y'all.
Trap.
We got some.
Trap.
I will be going out there to SportsCon in a couple of weeks out there to Texas. So if y'all see your boy, man, give me a salute, you know, honk your horn or something like that. We trapping in Texas too, you understand?
Trap.
I'm coming out there. You know, I'm on the move, man. I'm on the move. I'm trying to do some great things in this space, man. But I appreciate all the love and support, man. But let's get into this content. I know I missed a lot of stuff as I've been gone, but, you know, forgive me. But I think it's a bird or a plane. I ain't sure. Oh, it's nefarious news, of course. That's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Now let's get into it. Our boy Terence Steele out there looking like a dog now. You understand? He looking like him again.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
Terence Steele, the run blocking machine, is back in full effect. Hey, he looking explosive to me. He looking explosive to me. I like it, I like it. Recovering, you know, this is part of his recovery process. And he looking good in my opinion. You know, his superpower is run blocking. Without a shadow of a doubt.
As a player,
and I love what I see from him. Let's watch it again. He is firing off the ball, looking almost like his old self. You know.
There we go.
He almost looking like his old self. Now, of course, we're not gonna be able to get a good gauge on this until he actually contacted players. But I like the explosiveness. He look like he got the strength back. It's looking like a good sign for Mr. Terence Steele. I love it.
There we go.
He's in the lab, recovering. And I like how the camera's showing his lower body because that's what we paying attention to.
As a player,
we want to see how he's firing off that ball, and I love it, man. Terence Steele look good to me. Looking good to me. You know, Big Dad 86 in the building. What's happening? He said Terence look like he might be all right. Hey, it's a possibility. You know, he's not looking. It's hard to get a good gauge on him because, of course, he's just going up against, you know, the machine. But when I see him firing off the ball, the stuff that I'm looking for, trying to get a gauge on is him firing off the ball, how strong he's looking on the point of attack. You know, he's almost looking like his normal self. Now, like I said, there's only so much you can gauge from a drill, but I think he's trending in the right direction. So we should be, you know, in good shape with Terence Steele coming back. I think, you know, I seen him moving like a month ago, and I said I like what I seen. So he looked like he's on track at least. Like I said, we won't know until we hit training camp and see how they want to handle this situation. But we'll see what's going on with Mr. Terence Steele. I love it. I love it. I love it. We back with it. You know what I'm saying?
Trap.
So what's the likelihood of y'all thinking that that Terence Steele will be back before training camp or at least game 1? What y'all think the likelihood is? For, let me see, on a scale of 1 to 10, what y'all think the likelihood is? What y'all suspicions looking like? What y'all suspicions looking like? Let me know. On a scale of 1 to 10, do y'all think 10 being he back for sure, 1 being I don't believe it is wee woo? Shout out to Boss Cowboy.
Trap.
1 being wee woo. You understand? 1 being wee woo. Cowboy fangirl in the building. She says game 1. So you saying he ain't gonna be back for training camp, preseason, none of that. He'll be ready for game 1. Okay. Money Mission says 8. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Dallas 86, man. He says get them likes up. I appreciate you, sir. I'm gonna have to get that young man a wrench. Oh, shout out to Miss Queen in the building with the $20 soup. I appreciate you, man. She said, just cause I said so. Hey, I'm with it, man. I appreciate the support. I don't know what you mean, but Miss Queen stepping in the building, adjusting her crown on y'all, man.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
I appreciate you, man. Hey, I just gotta ask a slight tad bit question. Did you miss me? You know what I'm saying? Did you miss me?
Trap.
Let me know.
Trap.
Did you take your trap elsewhere? Did you connect? Did you call the other connect? Did you do that? Let me know. Did you call the other connect while I was gone? Let me know. I just want to know, you know. We can keep it on the low. We ain't got to worry about the FBI today. You understand? But let's get it, man. But let's see what the people saying about Mr. Terence Steele. I see Mr. Charles Miller. I don't know if I ever seen you, but welcome to the trap, sir. Shout out to you. He says 9. You're very high on him coming back. Joe Tranchina says 10. He will be ready in September. Justin Kitchen says 8. Silver Slayer in the building says 7. Mr. James Simmons says 5. Michael Lockhart says 7. Edward Montgomery says 6.5. You would have a very peculiar answer in here. I don't know how to judge that. It's like you better than average, I guess. So I say you kinda bullish. You semi-bullish, I would say. I don't know. Cowboys fan, true Cowboys fan 1972 says 5 to 6 games. Good grief. So you saying he ain't gonna play until 5 or 6 games in the season, or are you saying he's only gonna play 5 or 6 games? Let me know. That's terrible. Good grief. That's really good grief word. That is terrible. Yeah, he said, yeah, man, get that wrench, bro. I got you, man. Yeah, how I do it? Let me see. I think I can go. Yeah, hold on. Give me a minute, because you've been pretty consistent as of late. And, you know, I do want to reward my people who come in and show love and help your boy get the likes up, man. So, hey, the quickest way to get a wrench over here is support and hit that like button and stuff like that, man, because, you know, we are in an everlasting struggle battle against the algorithm over here. So we need your help, man. Make sure y'all participate and help me get this content out to the masses. It would be greatly appreciated. It will. It will be greatly appreciated. So it will. Break. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Where he at? Where is my boy? Big Dal. Okay. Hey, we gonna start doing votes on this stuff, okay? All the people that's been trapping from day one, we gonna start doing votes. Y'all gonna have to let me know, is these people trap worthy or not? That's how we gonna do it from now on. Now, from this day forward, we gonna take a little vote. When somebody's time come up for them to be like, hey, is we gonna make them a trapper or not? We gonna take a vote in the chat. So that's how we gonna do it from now on. But salute to you, sir. I appreciate your support. Okay. Miss Regina said, I did not cheat on you while you were gone, landlord. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta call the other plug. I'm gonna be right back. I told you now. But yeah, I gave my guy Big Dad 8604 that wrench. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. But like I said, what y'all think about that? I think that's a good idea. We gonna start voting on who is trap worthy. That's what we're gonna call it. You know what I'm saying? Who don't gotta get patted down in the trap no more? That's how we're gonna look at it. But I see most people rocking with Terence Steele coming back in a timely manner, and I hope so. That'll do wonders for this football team. I think the world of Terence Steele as far as run blocking. I think he's one of the reasons why our whole run game went just plummeted after he left. So, hey, we'll see what's going on, man. But let's continue into the content.
Player and as a man, your experience with Dak.
This is, the dreaded Kellen Moore talking about our quarterback, QB1, Mr. For himself, Dak Prescott.
What would you want listeners to know?
The best person. I think the best leader I've ever been around, easily. And in all honesty, player or coach or anything.
Wait a minute. Now, look. Of course, we understand what wee-woo is. We understand what the foolishness is, what buffoonery is. We understand what coach speak is. We understand all of these things. We do. But make no mistake about it. It is a difference between somebody just talking glowingly and upping they player compared to somebody that's telling the truth. So, okay, for Kellen Moore to pass that test, okay, not to be dogging Dak, not to be dogging nobody else, staying politically correct, tightrope in that tightrope, right? All he had to say is Dak is a great player, great person, such and such, such and such. But for him to say Dak Prescott is the greatest leader he's ever been around, player or coach, though? Trap. Man, shout out to Mr. Michael Lockhart with the $20 super, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know I'm on a journey with this YouTube stuff, man. So anything you can pitch in, it will help me out. I'm traveling more than the NFL players these days. So I'm traveling more than them. So, anything y'all got will help your boy out. He says, landlord, this is from me and the wife phone out of commission here to you. Oh, okay, I appreciate that, man. Shout out to the Lockhart squad, man. I appreciate that. But Okay, I see a lot of people like, that got a little pushback. You understand me? So it ain't nothing wrong with that. You're welcome to your opinion. But how many people got to tell you that Dak Prescott is just him Jones?
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
How many people got to tell you that? Because we've heard a lot of people. So look, excuse me. Contrary to popular belief, we do hear people talk glowingly of Dak Prescott. I know y'all used to people that's just throwing Dak under the bus. Y'all used to Dak Prescott just being the butt of everybody's joke in the mainstream media. But it is people out here who rock with Dak Prescott. So y'all need to chill out now. Trap. I know it's strange. I know it make the X-Files sound go off. I know it do. Because you're not used to hearing people talk glowingly about Dak Prescott, especially in the forefront of the mainstream media. But when you talk to people like his peers, the people that's been around him day after day after day, they understand who he is and they understand what he's made up of. So I think people need to put some respect on our quarterback name, man. It ain't much he can do. He can't physically just carry the whole franchise on one finger until the Super Bowl and win the Lombardi trophy. Ain't nobody doing that, so why you expecting that from him, bro? That's all I'm trying to see. But I don't see how y'all will say that's wee-woo either, because like I said, I feel like, of course, we gonna expect Kellen Moore to say nice things about that. Like, I'm being, what can I say, unbiased about this. I'm being rational. Of course, Kellen Moore's going to say great things about that. But at the same time, did he have to go to that level? Did he have to go to that degree? I don't think so. He said best player or coach far as leadership. So at the expense of a lot of other people, he boosted up Dak. He's been around Jason Garrett. He's been around some good coaches. Dan Quinn. Look at this. You got Dan Quinn on your team right now. Trap. He told you right now that Dak Prescott is a great leader, way better than a lot of people know and say or respect. Dak Prescott deserves a whole lot more respect out here, man. That's all we be saying. People call us Dak apologists, say we just taking up for the quarterback. No, we're just saying that he don't deserve all this criticism, all these critiques, all of this nonsense, nonsensical type arguments that y'all put his way. That's all we saying. We just saying that, of course, some of this stuff is his fault, but most of it is just not. It shouldn't be directed at the quarterback. A lot of this stuff is, what can we say, organizational. Like, look at this. We've been in the same situation before we ever seen Dak Prescott. Before we knew Dak Prescott was alive, the Cowboys been struggling with the same stuff. So how do you put all of this hate and all of this naysay and all of this foolishness on Dak Prescott's door? How that work? Trap. Make that make sense to me. So Dak Prescott wasn't even thinking about a Cowboy yet. He was a Cowboy fan, and we were still going through this same stuff. So how does everything come to his doorstep? It makes no sense. That's all we saying. Just take out some of the Dak Prescott hate that you might have simmering in your spirit and just think for a second, hey, maybe some of this stuff ain't Dak's fault. That's that's an alternative. Trap. You know that is an alternative, right? That's a possibility that some of the stuff couldn't be Dak's fault. Like, I know all of it seems like it. I know you used to all of it being his fault. But it is a possibility that some of it's not his fault. That's all we saying. Just think about that sometimes.
I think his ability to connect with a team in all spectrums is rare, and I've never seen it in any other way. His work ethic, his command, I think he's incredible. And so I know, we've all been through that Dallas journey, and, he has a phenomenal way of being able to deal with probably more than your average NFL starting quarterback.
Did you hear that part right there, though? Did you understand? Did you get that? Shout out to my YouTube brother, HTM Sports in the building. What happened to you? Did you delete your comment? Oh, there you go. What's happening with you, my boy? We in the building. Trap. Hey, Michael Lockhart said 44 likes and 64 in the building. Good grief. That was a minute ago. So I know y'all don't want to see me with the ugly cry. Wait a minute. If you're new here, you don't want LandLord to shed a tear. That's not what you want to do. I don't want to have to do this. You understand? I'm just trying to put out some quality Cowboys content for you all. You know, if you didn't know, that's how I look when I cry right there. Please don't make LandLord look like that. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. All you gotta do to prevent that look is simply hit the like button. You understand me? Yeah, man, don't act like an Eagles fan, man. Hit that like button. But, yeah, man, did you hear what Kellen Moore just said? Kellen Moore is really cooking. Like I said, this is one of the only times you'll hear me say anything good about Kellen, you know. But, being fair, though, he did say that it's a lot of stuff that a Cowboys quarterback will have to encounter opposed to these other quarterbacks. Y'all ain't even peeped that for real. I know y'all have heard this clip already. I'm sure of it. But did you go into detail with it? He said it's a lot of stuff that he has to deal with being the quarterback, basically. And we know that a lot of these things, a lot of these pressures, a lot of this media abuse and all of this crazy stuff comes about Dak Prescott because what? He is the quarterback of America's team. We understand.
We are America's team.
We understand.
The most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tune in every Sunday.
We understand that. So I thought that was a good point. That's the PC way of saying it's a lot of unfair stuff comes the quarterback way of America's team. That's the PC euphemism type way to say it. That's all he did.
And he handles it beautifully. And he's certainly a guy you forever root for.
As a player and as a
forever root for our quarterback. But if that wasn't enough, because we know Kellen Moore is a fan of Mr. Dak Prescott, that's his homeboy, right? Look at your boy Cole Beasley doubling down, saying that he stand on it. He said he's solid on that.
Solid and stand on whatever.
Cole Beasley been attacking the Buffalo Bills left and right about Dak Prescott. Man, y'all better put some respect on this boy. Cole Beasley seen that same post and said, I'm saying, and Bills fans think I'm throwing shade, but I'm not. Dak is different.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
That boy said Dak is just different. He's not capping for Dak Prescott. He has no ties to Dak Prescott right now. He's just telling the truth. You remember when he made a post and said that Dak is the greatest leader he's been around. A lot of people in Buffalo took that as a slight at Josh Allen. But no, it's just levels to this, Mr. Josh Allen. Dak Prescott is just a phenomenal leader. That's all that is. We just saying Dak Prescott is a phenomenal leader. That's all it is. We've been hearing this from day one. We've been hearing him. I think he got like a psychology degree, and he just got a special way of bonding with the players. You know, he's of mixed race, and he know how to talk to each player, like black players, white players, coaches. He know how to talk to everybody, get along with everybody, and bring everybody together. That is just a special attribute that Dak Prescott has over a lot of other people, man. And, you know, Cole Beasley said he's standing on it. That's all that is. So maybe if you didn't want to receive it from Mr. Kellen Moore, maybe you can receive it from Cole Beasley a little better, because he's banging against a whole franchise about Dak Prescott, man. Cole Beasley be banging on Twitter more than me about that. Straight up. I don't know if he banging more than HTM, though, because HTM don't be banging about our quarterback. You understand? So shout out to them. I don't know, man. I just don't like the Twitter beef, man. I think I'd take it too far, so I try to stay out of it. That's all it is. But let's see. Let's see what the next topic is. Bam. Now, this is a new segment I got. I messed up with it, but this is my trap take. You know what I'm saying? This is my trap take of the day. I think people forgot that Mike McCarthy.
And he handles it beautifully.
I think people forgot that Mike McCarthy, when he was first coming to this team and he took that year off and he built this phenomenal state-of-the-art barn over there in Wisconsin somewhere, you know, in an undisclosed location. He was cooking up some stuff, man. He was adopting the ideology of analytics and stuff like that. He got along. He started building up this analytical team. He started bringing coaches to his house and figuring out the new stuff that was going on far as these new trends in the NFL as far as offense go. You know, that Mike McCarthy wasn't just sitting there getting old and getting stale and becoming a dinosaur. That's not what he was doing now. Don't think that. Mike McCarthy was actually cooking up some heat. But you know what derailed him, though? 2020 did. COVID. COVID knocked all of this stuff out of the park. You can't implement a full offense when you walking into COVID. Nobody expected that. Nobody seen this coming. And that was the biggest hurdle that Mike McCarthy had to take on. But we finna get to see Barn McCarthy. That's what it sounds like to me. This is the first time that we finna see pure Mike McCarthy in his essence. He is finna be able to take over this offense all the way, and he's actually finna go crazy. So, like, yeah, Zoom didn't help us at all. Zoom was hard for everybody, Mr. Tim Miller on Facebook. Zoom just was that you can't do nothing on Zoom. That was some of the worst football we seen in 2020 because of the pandemic. It was just ugly. It was terrible. So just imagine, we was already going through a coaching change. Don't you think Mike McCarthy had a lot of incentive for just adapting Kellen Moore's scheme for a couple of more years just to make it a little better? Like, make the transition a little better, right? That's smart. So when he did that, he made his philosophy and his newfound way he want to look at the game, it had to pause because there was no room for him to just attack this in 2020 during a pandemic on a Zoom call. That just wasn't that good of an idea. You understand? So now I'm thinking that Barn Mike McCarthy, I think Barn Mike McCarthy is finna absolutely cook. He has assembled some of the greatest analytical minds in football just to come and help him out on this Dallas Cowboys football team. It's going up. Please hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. I appreciate your efforts, Mr. Michael Lockhart. They acting like Eagles fans today, I guess, man. But we gonna keep on rocking out. But I think with this team of analytical people, along with Mike McCarthy's West Coast philosophy, I think this is some of the most underrated moves that the Cowboys did this year. And I feel like this could catapult us to a great football team as far as offense go. I think he's going to have Dak and CD Lamb cooking. I think Tony Pollard's going to cook. I just think him adopting this analytical type ideology, I think that's going to help him out tremendously. And it's going to keep him a little more hip. Him and Shotty over there. All of that combined is going to keep Mike McCarthy exactly where he need to be. And I think that's the best thing for us. You won't have to worry about this offense being stale no more. That's just what I'm saying, and that is my trap take of the day. You understand? Trap. So let's discuss. What y'all feel about that? Do y'all think Barn Mike McCarthy is finna be hitting different? Do y'all think it's gonna hit different? Because I do. You understand? I really do. So let me take some questions on that take I just made, man. I think Barn Mike McCarthy adapting this analytics. And, you know, that year that he took off, he brought coaches and everything to his barn, figuring stuff out, looking at the NFL from a different perspective, and building up a plan on how he want to attack when he come back out hard. So I think people don't really understand exactly what we finna get to see. Mike McCarthy been baking this cake. He been baking it, bro. Trap. Mike McCarthy been baking this cake, and I don't think people understand exactly the magnitude of how dangerous this could possibly be. I was already sold on Mike McCarthy when he told me that he have a playbook for his stars. That's something that was foreign language in Dallas Cowboy land. It was. That was foreign language when we've been doing this no ID system with Kellen Moore, when he didn't even want to elect nobody to be a star. That's something that hindered the football team. That's why you had Amari Cooper not getting the right amount of targets in a playoff game. Make that make sense, y'all. This is why you didn't get the right amount of usage out of Tony Pollard for 14 years. This man, we could have had 3 years of production for Tony Pollard, but he never, ever got this man involved. And now he have a breakout phenomenal year, and now we don't even know what to do with the young man. Like, Tell me this. If we sign Tony Pollard today, right, wouldn't you feel a little better if you seen Tony Pollard do this for 3 years? You would feel a lot better about giving him some money, right? Now we got 1 year to really go off of, and now everybody, antennas is up. Everybody is skeptical about it. That's understandable. So I'm just saying, a lot of this stuff that we've been feeling like holding us back, it's been obviously killing more. So now I just want people to see that Mike McCarthy really finna be able to release the hounds like Mr. Burns used to say on The Simpsons, you know what I'm saying? He gonna really be able to release the hounds and be able to do whatever he want to do with this offense. They quoted him saying that this is gonna be the first time we could play how we want to play. That's crazy to me. And now, at first, I was thinking that Mike McCarthy just had to do some old devious stuff, some underhanded stuff to get the job from the Cowboys. Because I think Kellen Moore and the job was a package deal. You ain't going to be able to do either or. It had to be together, you know what I'm saying? But when you think about it, I started to listen, and the pandemic had a big time. It had a big, what can I say? It messed it up a whole lot, I'll say. It messed up the transition from Mike McCarthy coming from being out for a year to being the Dallas Cowboys head coach. So now when you take all that into perspective, I don't blame Mike McCarthy that much. Maybe it wasn't a hostile takeover from Jerry Jones saying that, hey, Kellen Moore offense is going to be dominant. Maybe we kind of misread that. Maybe it was more of the pandemic. Because I feel like Jerry Jones and them been taking a slight back seat. Now, they still been talking now. You know they going to talk. But to be fair, I think Jerry Jones and them kind of relinquished a little power to Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn. So I see that trend going on. So do y'all think we finna really get to see the full potential of Mike McCarthy with this offense and this talent that we have? Shout out to Miss Patrice Langford in the building. What's happening with you? You know I'm trapping with you.
Trap.
You know what I'm saying?
Trap.
You already know. Big Dad said they have been sent back more. I agree. I think, like, look, now we dog them out for being in the way now. Being like P. Diddy, dancing in all the videos. You know how it We blame Jerry and them for being all in the way. But at the same time, any little inkling of improvement, I'm going to give it to them because we need it. We need them to take a step back. And it seems like they have, in my opinion. Give me a 1 if you feel like the Joneses have relinquished a little power, or give me a 2 if you think it's all we will. You don't believe me.
Trap.
Man, James said we finna open up the biggest can of whoop ass on the whole NFL. Hey, I'm with that. That's what I'm talking about right there. So give me a 1 if y'all feel like the Joneses have relinquished a little bit of power. I ain't talking about they just put their hands up and said, do you, Mike McCarthy? I just feel like they have taken a slight step back. Just let me know if you agree. It's cool if you don't. This is just the way I see it through my eyes, you know, through LandLord eyes.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
I'm getting a lot of warns because I think the biggest indicator of that, right, is letting Kellen Moore go. Ain't no way they would have let Kellen Moore go, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I want y'all to understand that it is absolutely no way the normal Jerry Jones and Dollar Bill Jones.
Dollar Bill!
Ain't no way.
Shut down!
He would have let Kellen Moore go. It's just literally no way. So I feel like they have taken a slight step back. I don't think that's too much debate about that. And I see most people saying, yeah, y'all see that. We've been saying this, right? We know that is absolutely the best thing for this football team. It ain't even no debating that. We know that. So to me, it feel like the Joneses are ready to win, y'all. They ready to win. Now, like I said, with the moves they made, I don't think they pushed all the chips in the middle of the table. I say that they put like about 40%, 50% of the chips in the table and held back the other 50, maybe. You know what I'm saying? With the moves against Stephon Gilmore and Brandon Cooks. I wouldn't say them all-in moves, but I say that's very much so uncharacteristic from what we've been experiencing from the Joneses. That's definitely not them. So, in my opinion, far as if we put it in a bracket, far as Cowboy activities, far as the way the Cowboys behave, this may be the best all-in scenario for the Cowboys, though.
Trap.
Our all-in might not be like everybody else all-in, so we might have to just go ahead and get used to that. So according in Cowboy world, I feel like that may be the closest thing that we gonna see to all-in. So maybe they did go all-in in their own way. So I really feel like we changing a lot of stuff, man, as of late. I feel like some of the Joneses are, I feel like the Joneses are slightly changing and turning over a new leaf. That's just kind of my assessment, man. And that's going to be a new segment I do, man. Like I said, trap take of the day. How y'all like that?
Trap.
Give me a 1 if y'all like that. Drop some flames if y'all like my trap takes. That's how I'm going to play it. That's how I'm going to play it as of, for the foreseeable future. Miss Patricia not getting on y'all tail about them lights now. I don't want to cry again. But now, we are finna rank the 33rd team, ranks all of our players in every position. They rank players in every position. So now, quarterback, they got our Dak Prescott way at 9. I ain't too mad at Dak being top 10, but, of course, I got problems with some of these guys. They got over them, but, hey, after Dak had a 15 interception year, which we know that it was totally wee-woo and straight up BS, we already know that. But if the mainstream wanna rest their laurels on that and say that's what Dak did, I ain't gotta swing on you with the 9, man. I ain't gotta swing on you with the 9, bro. But I'm going to tell you right now, Lamar Jackson badly played last year, and we know he's not a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. Trevor Lawrence just made an appearance in the playoffs for the first time, and badly won, got down, throwed out. He threw a season worth of interceptions in that one game. But yet, he's over Dak Prescott. Okay, Justin Herbert just finally made his way to the playoffs and lost miserably, but some kind of way, he's over Dak Prescott. This stuff is very, very disturbing, but I'm not finna get my blood pressure up. I just came from the beach. I'm not finna do that.
Trap.
I am not finna do that, y'all. I'm not finna let them get me. But of course, I would say Dak Prescott should be higher, but we ain't gonna fight him on that. As long as he top 10, I ain't gotta fight you, bro. I ain't gotta roll my sleeves up. I do not have to do that. So we can just let them live on that. Okay, top 10 running backs according to the 33rd team. Hey, we got a one in there, Mr. Tony Pollard in the building.
Trap.
We got Tony Pollard in the building, man. So, of course, some of these running backs are a little long in the tooth, in my opinion. I wouldn't say that I just necessarily take some of these guys over Tony Pollard. Like, I don't know. But, of course, you can say that they are complete backs. That might be what gave them the edge. Dalvin Cook is more of a complete back. I love Josh Jacobs. He might be a little Bama bias in me. I don't know. Jonathan Taylor is incredible. You know what I'm saying? I can't hate on him. Nick Chubb is incredible. Saquon is incredible when he's healthy. But the only problem is he's never healthy,
Trap.
So that's all I'm saying now. So, okay, Derrick Henry, of course, he's a great back, but he is a little long in the tooth. Do you think Derrick Henry, it depends on what team he's going to play for, because he's still a free agent, right? Like, I don't think did he sign back with the Titans? I can't remember, y'all, so forgive me. If somebody knows the answer, help your boy out. But depending on what team he go to, I don't know if he'll be that good of a back no more, because he's a little older, man. Derrick Henry has so many carries, and I'm sure he got wear and tear in his body. So this probably offer reputation and respect at this point. But I don't know if I just take him automatically over Tony right now. I don't know. Okay, this is what you'll have to do. Would you trade him right now for Tony straight up? A lot of people might. I just don't think I'm one of those people. I don't know. I don't think I'm one of those people. But Tony being a top 10 running back, I can't get mad at it. So far, you got a top 10 quarterback and a top 10 running back. I think the Cowboys off to a good start, man. So, you know.
Trap.
Let's continue. I wouldn't do it. I like Derrick Henry. That's my Bama guy, too. So, y'all know I ain't just 100% biased. But I think Derrick Henry a little old, man, and Tony Pollard is explosive. I'm very high on Tony. I know I'm higher on Tony than some people are, so I live with that. But, hey, I love Tony. I think he's a gangster. Far as top 10 receivers go, you know what I'm saying? And you see Sedarian Lamb in the building. Let's get it.
Trap.
Okay, they got Justin Jefferson number 1, Jamar Chase number 2, Devontae Adams number 3, Tyreek Hill number 4. Okay, them boys is nice now. You know I'm a wide receiver. I cannot hate on my brothers. I can't. Them boys nice.
Trap.
But the one person I might have a problem with, it'll probably be Jalen Waddle. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Jalen Waddle has the resume. So, okay, look. To me, I just want some consistency and stuff like this. Okay, you can go out Justin Jefferson, potential and resume. Jamar Chase, potential and resume. Devontae Adams, resume, mostly resume. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about potential. At this point, he a little long in the tooth. I don't see Devontae Adams with a equivalent future as Jamar Chase and Jefferson. Ain't he 30? So, okay, you going off reputation. Tyreek Hill close to 30. You going off reputation and production, I guess. Stephon Diggs is 30. Cooper Kupp, I think he about 30. A.J. Brown I don't think he 30 quite yet. But what I'm saying is, at least if you're going to make this list like this, at least be consistent with your takes. Don't do potential, resume. Like, I don't think you got to do it like that. I think you should be pretty stern on how you feel and why you feel that way. Because, of course, Jalen Waddle's resume is not better than CeeDee Lamb's. It's just not. And A.J. Brown, his is kinda, but I'll take CD. So are you doing potential or resume? That's what's confusing to me right here.
Trap.
Are you doing potential or resume? Because I can't argue with the top 5, honestly. I ain't gonna sit up here and be a homer about the top 5. But when you get up under that, 6, Cooper Kupp is phenomenal. He just dominated the league last year. But A.J. Brown and Jalen Waddle and them and stuff like that, I might want to have a conversation with this. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But when you making these lists for the future, Mr. 33rd Team, all I ask is be consistent on what you mean and why you mean it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be wishy-washy, resume, reputation, and all over the place with your takes. That's all I'm saying. But I ain't going to fight you because my boy CeeDee Lamb is a top 10 receiver, and I think he's just going to keep going up because he's a young, phenomenal talent. Okay, tight ends. Of course, we don't have one of those on there.
Trap.
We got Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, George Kittle, T.J. Hockenson, Dallas Goedert, Kyle Pitts, David Njoku, Evan Ingram, Darren Waller, and Pat something I cannot pronounce. You understand? But, okay, of course, we don't have a tight end, right? Do y'all think either one of these tight ends we just picked up could potentially work their way up into this list next year? What y'all think?
Trap.
Let your boy know. Do y'all think it's possible for any one of our tight ends? Because think about this. Of course, they don't have a resume. Of course, this is our projection. Of course, this is our potential. But we do have to understand that Dak Prescott is a phenomenal quarterback with tight ends. He actually makes them. He has a factory where he make tight ends at. You understand?
Trap.
Somebody need to make that graphic like Dak Prescott as an elf or something like that, and he's just making tight ends on a conveyor belt. I can see it already. I can see it in my eyes. But if you understand that Dak Prescott is like that, he does make tight ends every day. He does it in his sleep. He made Blake Jarwin. Before he got hurt, Blake Jarwin was cooking. Then you know what he did? He came right back and made Dalton Schultz into a real player, got him paid. So I have no doubt that Dak Prescott will make these tight ends better. Now, how much better would they be? Will they be able to crack this list? That's yet to be seen. I'm not sure about that. But do you all think they can at least crack this list? Schultz ain't even on them. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty weird to me. I thought Schultz was at least a top 10 tight end. But I guess not, according to these guys. But do y'all think one of our tight ends, who knows? Somebody, I don't see nobody going on a flyer and saying, Schoonmaker, what's up with y'all? Don't be scared now. Don't be scared now. Somebody stand on it and be solid on it. Somebody take a flyer, you know what I'm saying?
Stand on whatever.
And say Schoon gonna do it. It's possible. Who knows? If he get the reps, if he get the opportunities, who knows? We don't know. I believe in Mr. Ford. I believe in Dak Prescott. If you give him a capable tight end, he will produce with him. So I don't know to what level. I don't know how involved the tight ends will be, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Look at DeQuincy waking up. Hey, all you got to do is say Dak name, then DeQuincy going to appear. We know that. You say Dak name 3 times in the mirror, and DeQuincy just going to come out the blue, you know? That's my partner, though. Shout out to JC Cowboy Network, man. My YouTube brothers in the building. What's going on? But do y'all think, I see some people say Hendershot. I seen somebody say Hendershot. Do y'all see somebody say Ferg? Do anybody got a little faith in Schoon shocking the world? Excuse me. Do y'all think he could shock the world? It's possible, right? It's possible. It could happen. I think that can like make a lot of tight ends look good. And I do like the fact that he got a little skill on him. He looked like he's a capable athlete, and it's possible. I really think, that can boost any tight end. That's my logic I'm going with. So, depending upon what tight end get the reps, then we can have that conversation. Depending upon what tight end get the reps, that's what I'm concerned about. That's why I won't stand on the table about it. But if you give it to Ferg, I see it gonna happen. I see Ferg can get in there. Do you feel like Ferg can get in there? Let's do this. Do y'all feel like Ferg can make his way into that top 10 list, given the reps? We just gonna go down the tight end list. Do you think Ferg can become a top 10 tight end, given the chance, given the reps? Give me a 1 if so. Give me a 2 if no. Please, let's participate. Give me a 1 if so. Give me a 2 if no. DeQuincy says Schoon can be. He said Schoon can, but he got to get past the other 2 tight ends. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm doing this exercise right now. Given the opportunity, do you believe Ferg can make his way into that top 10 list? Big Dal 86 says yes. D Schiff says yes. Brian Bradford says yes. Justin Adams says yes. Big Flock says yes. Joe Tranchina says absolutely not, sir. Shout out to my dog, Joe Tranchina, man. He said he ain't going. He said it's wee-woo. Hey, we'll see. Michael Lockhart says 1, yes. David Sorrell, this says yes. Miss Gina L. Chase says, I think Ferg is going to come out this season like young Jason Witten. Ooh. Trap. I tell you what, Miss Gina, if that happened, we gonna turn up this year. I promise you that. Shout out to Big Reg in the building. What's happening, sir? He says 1. Yeah, I see most people saying yeah, he can. Johnny says yes. Miss Regina with the green says yes. Cowboy Fangirl says yes. Mr. Tim Miller says absolutely not. Trap. That's hilarious to me. Shout out to JC Cowboy Network with the $4.99. He said, welcome back, my content brother, man. Salute to you, man. I'm back for a short amount of time, man. So like I said, all of the donations and stuff gonna help me move the way we need to move for the trap, man. I'm trying I'm out here trying to get up out my seat and go get up and get out and get something. Who said that, man? Who said that? So, you know, I will be bringing y'all some exclusive content from SportsCon in a couple of weeks out there in Texas. Then I'm trying to double back and go out there to training camp in a few weeks too. So, hey, man, whatever y'all donate, man, y'all will be participating and getting me out there and helping the channel out. You know, I'm out here trying to make moves, man. So I really do appreciate all the love and support, the way the fan base has embraced me and my channel. And I really do appreciate y'all, man. So shout out to y'all. Trap. But, okay, Miss Gina says 11111. She is very bullish on my boy, Mr. Jake Ferguson. Fort Montgomery says, landlord, they underestimating the tight end room. We going to be okay. And yes, okay. I think so too, because we very capable. Most people, like, I guess they got a stance, Mr. Montgomery. They just like, hey, you know, once you show me, then I believe it. So they haven't showed anything, so I can respect that. But if you a betting man like me, you know, if you can project this stock, what I seen from Ferg and Hendershot last year, it looks like that stock finna go up. So I'll invest in it. I believe in it. I'm bullish on them. I think they can do it. So we'll have to see, you know. Chris Hegan, Night Owl over there on Facebook. Shout out to you, sir. Mr. Shell Goat, he always supporting, man. I really appreciate you, sir. And I will do so when I get done. Miss Ugata said, get up, get out, and get something. You know what I'm saying? What y'all know about that, man? What y'all know about that?
If the South got something to say, that's all I got to say.
That's all I'm saying. Joe Tranchina says Ferguson still has to show me this year. That's respectable. I can't get mad at it. I can't get mad at that, man. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Well, they haven't showed nothing, so I can't blame y'all for that. Teflon Breed says, what's good, landlord? What's happening with you? I don't think I seen you in a while, sir. Shout out to you. Big Red said, I got you, homie. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Janet Duncan Sr. says, one, cause it's only about 6 good tight ends. Hey, you might be on to something, Mr. Duncan. You might be on to something. Because I'm thinking about it, like, some of them dudes win just gangster like that. That's why I'm asking this question, like, do y'all think we can crack that top 10 far as tight end room go? DeQuincy up here talking about Dak. We ain't even talking about Dak. Nah, we ain't even talking about Dak. I'm worried more about the run game, because if the run ain't working, Dak in trouble. Bro, we seen Dak perform without the run game. But, you know, to be fair, that's most quarterbacks. So maybe you ain't just 1,000% hating as usual. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to throw you a bone today. Maybe you're not just a stern hater as usual. Ms. Regina says they're going to technically train. They are going to technical training. He's going to be fine. I think so too. Okay. Most people said 1 for Ferg. Okay, now let's do Hendershot. Give me a 1 if so. Give me a 2 if no. Do you think Mr. Hendershot can crack the top 10 tight end list if given the opportunity? That's the only way we can do this exercise. It's the only way. Give me a 1 if so. Give me a 2 if no. Let's get it.
Trap.
Shout out to Charlie Jones over there on Facebook, man. Shout out to my Facebook people, man. I appreciate y'all too, man. He says, I'll invest 5 and see what's happening. Okay, they said a lot of people saying 2. Iceberg Q says absolutely not. He says no. That was a stern no. I just heard it like no, just with no sugarcoat on it. Justice Abraham says 1. D. Schiff says 1. Okay, we got a lot of 1. James Taylor in the building. What's happening, sir? Logan Harlan says 1. Taft Quincy says 1. Florida Cowboy 1. Michael Lockhart 1. T Green 1. Joe Tranchina is saying he is not with none of this stuff today.
Trap.
Bruce got the Tyson Juice says 1. Hey, Mr. Joe, do y'all gamble over there in Italy, man? Because this is like, you got to gamble, though. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't seen it yet, but, you know, you got to have some faith sometimes. You gotta project a little bit, Mr. Joe. So do y'all gamble over there in Italy? Let me know. Let me know. Mr. Joe is not rolling no dice at all. Cowboy Fangirl says Hendershot has potential. He just got to get out of his head. Yeah, because he be fighting the football sometimes. That is very alarming to me. He pissed me off at the game I was at in Tennessee. Both of them can, depending on who, if any of them get that opportunity. Excuse me, exactly. That's the concern I have, because you spend a second-round pick on a tight end. They might do it like mama used to do. They might force this food on us. They might make us eat this broccoli right here. They might make us eat this broccoli. They might just push him to the front of the lineup, but we'll see. They didn't do it last year. They didn't force Tolbert on us. I wish they would have, because I think he would have grown a little better, but they didn't do that, so we'll have to see. Ms. Regina says, one, they're the same at this moment. Yeah. Mr. Joe said, I'm sorry. Hey, you gotta do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the going against the grain. Mark the Shank says one. Miss Gina says one. Okay, now the last one. Yeah, you gotta manifest it. Close your eyes, cross your fingers, sit in crisscross applesauce like my children say. We used to call it another word, but now they calling it crisscross applesauce nowadays. But okay, let's see. Now the last one. Don't nobody know who he's gonna be, what he's been doing with his life. We don't know yet. But give me a 1 if so, give me a 2 if no. Do you think, if given the opportunity, that Luke Schoonmaker can make his way into that top 10? Listen. Trap. 1 if so, 2 if no. Let's see how this go. Bars, let's get it. Tim Miller says, I'll take Ferguson over Hendershot right now. Brian Brothers got on the show with the Final Word. Shout out to Boss Cowboy and the Final Word crew over there, man. You know they do great work. But on their show, he said that in-house it seems like Hendershot is over Ferg right now. I don't know if that's like, the end-all, be-all. But that's what Mr. Brian Brody said, if I'm not mistaken. If y'all seen the show, make sure I'm not saying the wrong thing. But I think I remember pretty vividly that he said that, that's a lot of tools for Mr. Luke. But he said pretty vividly that, he saying that the front office is looking at Hendershot as the better tight end right now. So I don't even agree with that. But maybe they seen something that we ain't seen. Mr. T. Green, I see. Okay. I don't know if them old votes or not, but I start at Clebo. Clebo says 2-2-2. No. Trap. Mr. Silver Slayer says 1. Chris Hegan, Night Owl says 1. T. Green says absolutely not. Joe says get out of here, man. Trap. Wait a minute. Miss Ugata says, I'm high on Schoon now because I found out he was doing big things in CT. Oh, that must be where you from then. He from CT. He from your city? Let us know. Was he a gangster? What he was doing out there, man? Trap. Mike and Leah says 1. Murdoch says 2. Michael Lockhart just straight up says, hell no, he's not with it. Miss Regina says 2, not too confident. So it looked like a lot of people got that same reaction that I had at the draft. I wasn't a fan, but hey, we got to hope that the kid come in here and shut us up, because that's what I'm praying on. Papa's Boy says, I like Hendo a lot. He's a dog. Talking about Hendershot. Keith Shepard says, I believe Michigan head coach spoke up for Schoonmaker. He did. I played that video on the show, Mr. Shepard. I did. He spoke very glowingly of Schoonmaker. He said if he wouldn't have got hurt the year before his senior year or whatever, but before his last year in college, he said he felt like he would have been a first-round draft pick, even though it was a deep tight end draft. So he said he still would have made it. So the Michigan coach and the Shrine Bowl guy, he spoke very highly of Schoonmaker too. David Sorrell says 2. Taft Quincy says they all can, but opportunity is key. That's why we're doing this exercise, because we're not aware of how the Cowboys want to operate as far as that go. Miss Regina said that's Wee-Woo had a boot on. Yeah, he did have a boot on, Miss Regina. He really did. And then he tried to hide it in the picture, too. He tried to hide it. Justice Abram says, Schoolmaker is smart, gonna be a star. I hope so. I really do. I promise you. I would love to eat crow on that take. I really wasn't a fan of the pick. Now the player, I think he's capable. I think he got to grow, though. He's a great blocker. He's going to block for sure. So that's something that I feel like the Cowboys value more than I did. Shank says one Schoon going to show up big with 4. I hope so. I hope so. Papa's Boy says 2. Tim says 1 if he can get this offense down. Joe is saying no to everything. Ain't laughing right now. Teflon Breeze says, Schooney gonna see training camp first. You know that boy go by Schoon Boy Q now. He did win a couple of cool points with me for that. That boy handle on Twitter his handle on Instagram is Schoon Boy Q. I said I like him. I like him so far. Joe Tranchina says, if I'm wrong, I gladly eat crow. That's what I'm saying. Serve me up one with you too, Mr. Joe, because I would love to be wrong on that. I didn't like the value. I felt like it was better players on the board. But once I got over my temper tantrum and I looked at the player, I think he's a capable player. But I don't think he's the player that's going to come step in day one and make us forget about Dalton Schultz. And if that's not the case, I wouldn't want to get him in the second round. I think that's fair right there. Right? We got Schultz in the 4th, 5th round? If you're going to draft this guy at 2 in the second round, to me, that'll be the requirement. Like, you better be looking at him like he's finna come in day one and make you at least soften the blow of losing Schultz a little bit. I don't even know if he's going to be the starter on this team, because I like the other tight ends too. So we'll just have to see how it go. I can't wait that's why I got to get out there to training camp, man. I got to see this. I got to see this. I got to see this, bro. I got to see this with my own eyes, because I'm not sure of how this finna work out. Kelvin Godwin says tight end will be effective if our run game is good. Play action, they will eat. Yeah, I feel like that too, because Schoon can block. Now, most blocking situations, that's going to get him on the field for sure. Big Dad says 2, not this year, but I think he can produce, just not top 10 in his rookie year. That's fair. I think he can produce too. I'm not saying he's trash. I just felt like it was better players on the board. That's why I had a bad reaction when I was at the draft, because I felt like it was better players on the board. Just like my boy Tank Dell out there in Houston, he just going crazy. Like, Tank Dell they've been saying he been just going crazy in camp. And that was, y'all know, if y'all follow me back then, that was my favorite receiver in the draft. And, like, he looked like he's just been phenomenal in camp already. Like, they showing him doing all kind of insane catches left and right. So, I was big on Tank, and Tank was sitting right there. Donnell Washington was sitting right there. A lot of people was just sitting right there, and they still elected to choose Mr. Schoonmaker, and I just hope they right. That's all I'm going to say. I just hope they right. Michael Lockhart says 86 likes, only 101 in the chat. I mean, 101 in the chat. Now, one more time now, please. Don't make me cry. I don't want to do that now. You understand? I'm way too cool to be up here crying now, messing with y'all. Please don't make me do this now. I told you I got the ugliest cry of all time. This is live footage of LandLord crying right there. Y'all don't want to see that, do you? Don't make me look like that. Please hit that like button. Y'all know I'm silly, man. Jesse says, well, he'll be running with the ones in mini count. Hold on. Well, he been running with the ones in mini count. Schoon? You talking about Schoon? That's alarming. They gonna force feed us then. Shout out, that's Mickey with the Craven Cowboys. You done changed your name on us, Miss Mickey. Trap. Do that mean you finna crank up this content? Because we need y'all here in these streets, man. We need more women doing it. We need more content creators left and right. So we appreciate y'all. And you did good. I seen your show on I seen you on JC Cowboy Network. You did a good job. I meant to tell you, next time I seen you did a good job. So yeah, we ready for that content, Mickey. Go ahead and quit playing. Get up out. What I said just a few minutes ago. Get up, get out, and get something.
Go ahead and get something to say. That's all I got to say.
Get it done. Get it done. Tupac with a mohawk. Y'all ain't never seen me ugly cry. That's how I look, man. That's exactly how I look. Like, that was live footage. Shout out to Neil in the building. Okay, I think we kind of went over the tight ends. I think we went over the tight ends, you understand? I think that's a good problem to have, actually, because I think all of them are capable. We just don't know who going to be featured. So I think all of them are capable. You know, I'm more bullish on Ferg than I am on Hendershot. I think Hendershot more of a receiver. Excuse me. I think Ferg the more complete tight end. I think he can block and catch. Ferg Hendershot kind of scared me from time to time, fumbling and fighting the football. So I rock with Ferg. Ferg ain't really did us like that. Hendershot then caused like 2 or 3 interceptions with fighting the football. And you know, me as a wide receiver, that's a real pet peeve of mine. I want to see you catch the ball cleanly. And that was something that Hendershot was struggling with. But let's continue. Okay, we got through the tight end conversation. It's a couple of more positions, of course, and then we're going to ride this thing on up out of here. You understand me? Let's see. Bam, offensive lineman, and you see we got 2 of them boys on there. Trap. I ain't mad at this list, but I think Zach Martin should be number 2, though. I don't see nobody seeing him, though. Trent Williams, nice, but, you know, Zach Martin right there with him, in my opinion. Like, put some respect on Zach Martin name, though. Trap. Yeah, I need to quit playing with my boy Zach. Zach be quiet. He just be mauling people for 20 years, just making all pros like it ain't nothing in his sleep and stuff. And y'all want to sit up here and disrespect my guy, but it's all good. I say he's arguably the best guard in football, but, you know, we can have a debate about that. At least put him at 2. I don't know. Zach like that to me. But you see Terence Smith right there at 10. Trap. I think Steele could be on this list, but still more of a run blocking though, Mr. Taft. He's more of a run block. I'm not, how can I say this? I'm not petrified that Terence Steele will be pass blocking, but if I had to pick between the 2, I definitely want him run blocking. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I can't lie about that. If there was any room for him to grow, Terence Steele would definitely need to grow at pass blocking. So with him not being on here, he's like a 10 at run blocking and probably like a 6, 7 at pass blocking, in my opinion. So that's the only reason why I ain't going to fight them about him not being on here. But I thought it was pretty surprising to see Terence Smith still on there. It looks like the league and some of the other minds in the league still got a lot of respect for Mr. Terence Smith. Hey, Tyler Smith gonna be on there next year. Trap. That might be one of my takes right there. Tyler Smith finna cut up. I think he's finna go crazy this year. Like, he did all that year 1 without no real workout. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even got into his man body yet. He just came in already strong. With the K, you understand me? He already strong with the K. You remember what they were saying in training camp about Tyler Smith? Day 1. Who remember what they were saying? Day 1, them people were saying Tyler Smith was strong than a mug. Day 1, they were saying Tyler Smith was just grown man strong and had all kind of strength. Michael Parsons was saying it, Zach Martin was saying it, Tyron was saying it. Everybody already was able to understand that he had a different level of power for a young man. So now when you think about that, just imagine this guy understanding the speed of the game, understanding his opponents, getting a little more nuance from great players like Jason Peters and Terence Steele, Zach Martin, coaching them up, and you put all that together with his natural ability at playing tackle. Now, the only thing that's a question for him is will he be at tackle or guard? That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Because if he play guard, I think he going to knock it out the park. But at the same time, I would like to see him stand pat so he can grow as a player. Because we know a left tackle is much more valuable, though. Just being real. A left tackle of the future compared to a guard of the future, I would definitely elect to go ahead and build up my left tackle. But it's a good problem to have because he do have position flex, and Tyler Smith, I think he actually might be an even better guard, though, strangely enough. Like
Trap.
That boy gonna go crazy at guard because I seen it at Tulsa. He's a violent player. He's violent. Most tackles ain't violent like that. You get that violence from the guards. Like a tackler get like in penalty trouble being that violent, and that's what you seen him go through at Tulsa. He had a lot of penalties because he's a violent player. He got the guard mentality. So now when you put him at guard, man, Tyler Smith, if they put, mark my words, let's go ahead and say this. I'm going to go and stand on this right now. I'm finna go and stand on this right now. If they put Tyler Smith at guard, this boy might be so phenomenal that he might not be able to move ever again. I'm sorry.
South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
He may not never move again. That's crazy, I need to think about it. Man, Tyler Smith might be so gangster at guard that he might not never get to move again. They might see what this boy finna do and be like, yup, that's your position. He already was a good tackle. They put him at guard, bro. They gonna love him. They gonna love him at guard. Actually, I bet, man, I'm ready to stand on that right now. Right now.
Boy, I'm silent and stand on whatever.
I debate anybody on that right now. I feel like, boy, if they put Tyler Smith at guard, they gonna absolutely love him. And now we gonna need another left tackle. That's what's going on.
Trap.
So be on the lookout for that now. Mark my words. If they put Tyler at guard, he is gonna go crazy. And now they ain't gonna want to move him no more. So we gonna see how that plays out in the future. I'm very bullish on Tyler Smith, though. I absolutely like the young man. I think he's great. I think he's gonna just keep getting better and better year in and year out. Now, when it comes to pass rushers, you already know I got a problem with this because I think Michael Parsons is the best in the world, Craig.
Trap.
I think he's the best in the world, Craig, but we ain't gonna fight you. Now, these are two phenomenal guys. T.J. Watt just won Defensive Player of the Year last year before last, something like that. But Myles Garrett had like 16 sacks. I can't get mad at the people they talking about, you know what I'm saying? So I can't fight you about that. But, you know, maybe I'm biased. I'm just taking my guy. That's all.
Trap.
Sometimes you just got to take your guy, I guess, you know. I'm taking my guy over everybody. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Bruce got a Tyson Juice says, LandLord, I think Tyler Smith would be a Pro Bowl tackle, but an all-pro guard, man.
Trap.
Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, they ain't going to want to move that boy. They ain't going to want to move him. Once they see how he play, a guard, it's over. Because I'm telling you, he going to be a mauler. He going to be smacking people. I'm telling you. But, yo, Michael Parsons, I'm taking my guy. I'm taking my guy over all these dudes. I'm sorry. I'll be biased in this aspect. I'm taking my guy. I like Michael Parsons better than all these dudes. I feel like he's just at the tip of the iceberg. He ain't even got nowhere near to the player he finna be at. His upside is ridiculous. So I'm taking my guy, man. I ain't even gotta have no long book about this. I'm taking my guy. It is what it is.
Trap.
Y'all know I'm rocking with Michael. Y'all know Michael my guy. So hey, I'm rocking with him. That's just how it's going. But let's see. Now, I did the offensive line, man. I did this. We got some gangster pass rushers in the league too. But linebackers, y'all know we ain't got one of them. Y'all know for a fact we lacking in the linebacker area. But okay, Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Shaquille Leonard, Matt Milano, Demario Davis, Bobby Wagner, Tremaine Edmonds, Levante David, Nick Bolton, and Dre Greenlaw. So, okay, now this is very interesting conversation right now. Do you think we have a linebacker that could potentially crack this list? Do y'all think so? Do y'all think Damone Clark could possibly crack this list next year? Do y'all think a fully healthy LVE could potentially crack this list? Give me a 1 if so, give me a 2 if no. Do you think LVE, a healthy LVE, can crack this top 10 list? Give me a 1 if so, give me a 2 if no. Then we'll do Damone Clark. We'll do Damone Clark next. Do you think a healthy Wolf Hunter could crack this top 10 linebacker list? He says, skilled linebackers, landlord is ugly, bro. Trap. They doing us bad on the linebackers, ain't it, big dad? It's crazy. Oh, that was Clebo. Yeah, they doing us bad on that. Everybody saying no. Y'all gonna do the Wolf Hunter like that, man. Don't make me sad. Don't do that. Don't be this way. You know what I'm saying? I don't see number 2s. Oh. Good grief. Y'all making me sad, man. Good grief. I don't see nothing but 2s. So y'all just low on LVE like this? Good grief. A healthy LVE? I think, you know. I don't know, man. Trap. Y'all got me on this one. I should have took Clebo advice and just skip linebackers, because this right here got me in shambles, you know. Because it makes sense now, Clebo, like we do need some linebackers. But we forgot, we got a new linebacker too. We got to do Overshawn too. So we going to vote Overshawn too, though. We going to vote Overshawn too. Okay. Chris Higgins says 1. Okay, we got some LVE supporters in here. Now, Joe Tranchina, out of all the tools you done gave me, you going to give me a 1 on LVE, though. Hey, that's true, though. That's true, though. Trap. I can't get mad at you, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Do your thing. Most people saying absolutely not on LVE. So, okay, I'll give y'all a couple of more seconds. And then we'll move on to Mr. Damone. You understand? Okay, I think that's enough time. I think the consensus was no for Mr. LVE, I would say. I think it was pretty much a no landslide for Mr. LVE. Okay, we'll move on to Damone Clark. Give me a 1 if so, give me a 2 if absolutely no. Let me see. Trap. Because we know Damone Clark he will get the opportunities. It looks like he is linebacker 2 these days. So he will have the opportunities. Will he be able to crack this top 10 linebacking list, you know, in the NFL? Do you think so? Even if it's a friend's top 10, like maybe it's 10, do you think, given the opportunities, that he can do it? Okay, Mr. Charles Miller says 1. Bruce Got the Tots of Juice says 1. Joe Tranchina says 1. iRock says 1. Michael Lockhart says 1. Teflon Breeze says 1. Jameson Taylor says 1. Brian Bradford says 1. Craven Cowboys, a.k.a. Mickey, you understand? I know who you is. Trap. She says 1. DP Johnson says Damone, the truth, the future, the Apple we've been looking for. Hey, you talking that talk.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
DP super high on him. I like that. T Green says 1. Bottom Line Sports says absolutely not. Okay. The Truth MDP says 1 possibly. You got to be a little more solid on that now. I don't know what to do with that one. DP says 1. McQuay says 1. Miss Regina says absolutely not. Papa's Boy says Zach is better than both of those E-girls. I don't know who you talking to. It's an Eagles fan in the building. Oh, you talking about on the list. Charlie Jones says 1. Tupac with a mohawk says 1. That's a dope name too, man. I don't know where you get that from, but I like that though. Tupac with a mohawk. All right. Iceberg says 1 again if Hankins and Mozzie do their thing. That's fair. That's fair. It is some different things that, gonna work together to get that done, but, let's just say that's gonna happen. Let's just say Hankins and Mozzie gonna do that. Do you think Damone will have an opportunity? Raymond says 1. Okay, I think most people are bullish on Damone Clark getting that done. Most people are bullish on it. So, okay. Now, let's move on to Mr. Overshawn. Mr. Texan, you know what I'm saying? Trap. Do y'all think he can crack this top 10 linebacking core? Let's just say given the opportunity. I don't know, because I think Dan Quinn drafted this kid for a reason. I think he gonna do something with him. I think he gonna give him an opportunity to do something. Miss Patrice said 1. She banging for her Texan. She says 1. Truth MDP says no. He says absolutely not. Miss Regina says 1. Klebo says 1. Is these all the Texas people saying 1? Let me know now. Let me know. Trap. Before we go on, just be honest. Are y'all Longhorn fans? Let me know. Let me know. What up, Virginia Green? Big Dad says 2, not this year, but he will have a role. I think they're going to find something to do with him, too. Here's some guy named Jalen. You talking about Cowgirls. That's like the 20th, that's like the 18 BC joke. Y'all boys, wow. Bottom line says absolutely not. D-Ship says no. Charles says no. T Green says no. Sounds more like he describing, I don't know what y'all talking about. DP says 2. Overshawn will be a 1 next year, though. LVE will be out the way by then. You trying to kick this boy out the bread? It's getting ugly. Okay. iRock said, yeah, see, it is most of the Longhorns in here repping for Overshawn. Hey, I ain't mad at you, though. Miss Regina, I know you from Texas. Who else? Damn Dizzle said hook 'em. Yeah, that's some Texans talk. Hey, I ain't mad at y'all. But just, make sure you state your biases like I do. Every Alabama player, I let you know. Hey, I could be biased because I'm from because he's a Bama player. I make sure I say that first. You know what I'm saying? T-Law owns, I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't studying that young man up there. Klebo says 2 for Overshawn. Absolutely not for you. Klebo, you from Texas too, right? Let me know. Because I think you said forget that. I think Klebo from Texas too. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let's see. Okay, most people ain't messing with it. Miss Patrice says I'm not in Texas and I'm okay with hook 'em, but I like Overshawn. Okay. Joe says Jalen go play with. Oh, y'all talking about him? Oh man, you about to get me canceled, Mr. Joe. DC4 Life in the building. He says, hook 'em horns, DC4 Life. Let's freaking go. Hey man, you know how I do it. Trap. DC4 Life be making me want to suit up, go play some football. Michael Lockhart says absolutely not. Okay, I think that's all of them. Do y'all want to vote Jabril Cox? Jabril Cox, man, Trap. What he in it? Because I like to piss off Mr. HTM. Is he still in the building, man? Somebody go summon Mr. HTM. Do you think Jabril Cox can make it, man? Let me know. Mr. HTM, let me know. Do y'all think Jabril got a chance? I don't know. I don't know if he gonna get the opportunities though, man. I was so high on Jabril, man, but I just don't see him getting the opportunities that he need to get it done. That's all I'm saying. I just don't see it. So we'll have to let that dream go. We'll have to let that dream go. I think this is his last year, too. I think this is Jabril Cox make or break year. This Jabril make or break year. Miss Patrice said, I also think Cox will show up if he gets a chance. That's the whole problem right there, Miss Patrice. I don't know if he going to get a shot. I don't know. He said, one, if he get a chance. Cowboy Gumbo in the building. What's happening, sir? Papa's boy said, if we can afford to be biased, we Cowboys, dog. P's Alfuego says, Jabril made my roster, but things could change at camp. Yeah, because if my boy, get in here balling, it's going to be up. If my boy, I'm high on Devin Harper, too. I think Devin Harper can play. If he get an opportunity, Jabril might get kicked to the side. Who knows? Let's see. D-Ship says, Cowboy linebacker core, damn near weakest unit. It really is. This is revealing, ain't it? Because, like, when you start projecting them to being better, like some of the best players in the league, now you looking at it like, I don't know. I don't know. It brings about a lot of doubt. I say that. It brings about a lot of doubt. It really makes you be realistic with the talent you have on the team as well. So I think this is a decent exercise, too. So it lets you sit back. Like, you could be a homer all you want, but you ain't just going to sit up and just say, hey, Jabril Cox finna be a top 5 linebacker. You ain't just gonna say stuff like that. So I think this is a good exercise to really make you really evaluate your talent on your team. Just the Kitchen said, what's good? Oh, I think I messed up the whole chat. Okay, yeah, I was at the top again. But they said special team for Jabril. Yeah, this is his last year. This make a break for Jabril Cox. This make a break for him. But let's see. I think that's all. Nah, I think it's a couple more, and then that'll be it. Let me see. Yeah, that's we lacking in the linebacker department. I think it's fair. I think we know we are lacking in the linebacker department, but we ain't lacking with these corners though.
Trap.
We ain't lacking with these corners though, my boy. Look at them now. Hey, I don't know what Darren Slay must got some people here hostage or something. Cause ain't no way. I don't know why everybody look at him like he just better than Trey like that. I don't see that, man. Shout out to Mr. Mario Macon in the building. What's going on? I just don't see that. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe I wear my shades too much. I don't know. But I don't see Darren Slay just being better than Trayvon Diggs like that. I don't. And Stephon Gilmore, I think our duo should be much higher. I feel like Trayvon Diggs, let's just say this. You can say what you want with Sauce Gardner. He just did it 1 year. Patrick Surtain been playing good ball for a few years. I ain't going to hate on him. But I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm taking Trayvon Diggs over Jalen Ramsey. I am, and I stand on it. I fight everybody about it. I don't care. I'm taking Trayvon Diggs over Jair Alexander, and I'm taking him over Darius Slay. And I will fight anybody. I'm solid on that.
Well, I'm solid and stand on whatever.
I'm taking him over these people. So for him to be 6, no, I'm not with that. Jalen Ramsey long in the tooth, and he has never been the ball hawk that Trayvon Diggs has been. He's been nowhere near the type of ball production that Trayvon has. So, hey, I don't want these corners just standing there getting caught on all day. No, I want my corners to be able to attack the ball too sometimes. Give me Trey over all three. Give me Trey over Jalen, Jair, and Darius Slay. I'm sorry. I would. And I have an argument of taking Stephon Gilmore over Darius for sure. I'll take him over Darius Slay. I don't care what y'all talking about. Darius Slay is not like that to me. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say he ain't sorry, but I seen Terry McLaurin cooking this man left and right. And then when he played Trayvon Diggs, you don't even hear this man name no more. You be having to go search for this man, have a search party for Terry McLaurin when he played Trayvon Diggs. When Jamar Chase played Trayvon Diggs, you have to have a search party for him. Who else? When Justin Jefferson played Trayvon Diggs, you need to put him on a milk carton. Where are these people? You know where they at? They get absolutely apprehended. That's what's going on.
Trap.
I'm just saying, man, somebody make it make sense to me, because I could be a homer. Yes, Trayvon is my Bama guy too, so it might be a little Bama bias mixed in there with the Cowboy. But I'm telling you, I feel like he gets disrespected way too much, and I feel like he's a great, great corner. And I definitely don't feel like it's 5 other corners that's better than him. I'm sorry, I just won't accept it. I won't accept that. I will not. But, you know, this graphic does show a lot, and it says a lot that we do have 2 of the best cornerbacks in football, and I think that's something that people are sleeping on. I really don't think y'all understand how much better this football team is finna be. I really don't. So with the combination of the cornerbacks that we have now, I think that's just finna open up and work wonders for a player like Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna have even better role on trying to get to the quarterback. The longer it takes for those quarterbacks to make decisions from this good coverage, the better for Mr. Micah Parsons, because you know the secondary and the front 7 is a marriage, and it's just going to work wonders, man. I just cannot wait. I feel like this defense finna go to a whole nother level with just having Stephon Gilmore at cornerback. This defense is finna be him, y'all.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
So please quit playing with my corner, man. You know, I get a little mad at the way they do Trey. Because look, this is why I'm going to move on after this, I promise. But I just want y'all to see this. When Trayvon Diggs was catching all the interceptions, what they do? They devalued the interception. They said, we don't care about interceptions. Anybody can do that. They just interception. How many yards he gave up? Then the very next year, when Trayvon Diggs stopped giving up as many yards, and then he wasn't as focused on interceptions, what they do? He ain't really do nothing. That you ain't even hear them mention about how many yards he gave up. What happened to that stat? What happened to it?
Trap.
Somebody help me out. What happened to that stat this year? You ain't even hear nobody saying that like that no more. Nobody said nothing about how much yardage that Trayvon Diggs gave up. They tried to diminish the young man last year the year before last, because he had so many interceptions. They gonna bring up this stat that they never talk about, yards given up. And some of these top corners that people be taking up for, them boys had just as much yards they gave up. They was probably like 100 yards off. And it's not by much. Them boys was doing basically the same stuff that Trey was doing in coverage with nowhere near the ball production. Nowhere near. So now you sit up here and look at them now. They want to diminish Trey when he was at the top of the league as a cornerback in ball production and interceptions. The year before last, they diminished it. Then they come right back around and penalize him for not doing it the next year. I wish Trayvon Diggs could get this footage that I'm doing right now. I want to say something to him, and I hope he can get to him. Bro, play your game. Don't let these people trick you, man, because that's all they want to do. They going to disrespect you anyway because you're a Cowboy. Just play your game. You was great, and them people kind of talked you out of what you is. Man, don't pay no attention to what these people saying. Play your game. Be Trayvon Diggs. That's what I want to see.
Trap.
That's what I want to see. I wish I could email him that message right there. But let's move along. I don't want to be on that too much because my blood pressure will go up. I know it. You know what I'm saying? They always get me. And this right here was pretty eye-opening that, you know, I feel like we have the best safety room in football, but we didn't get not one safety to crack this list. That's pretty concerning to me. Is it because we the Dallas Cowboys? Now, they do got some dogs on here, though. I ain't finna count to y'all now. You know Minka, that's my Bama guy. Then Derwin James, he's good. I'm not finna be able to do that right now, though. Hafangu, I guess that's how you say it. He's a good safety, too. Kevin Boyard, I'm not familiar with him. Buda Baker is awesome. Justice Simmons is awesome. Antoine Winfield is good. Tyrann Mathieu is awesome. Micah Hyde is good. I'm not too familiar with the Jordan Poyer guy. But I do feel like somebody at least like Donovan Wilson could have cracked this list. Come on now. We got the best safety room in football by far to me. Don't nobody got as many good safeties as we got. Now, these other teams may be top heavy, but I'm telling you right now, I ain't gonna take it. Ain't no team in football I'll take their safety room over ours. We very deep at safety. That is not a biased statement. That's just facts. We have Donovan Wilson, J-Ron Curse, Malik Hooker. We can go like 4 deep at safety, and all these boys ball out, and all of them are productive. That's just the truth. Trap. So once again, some Cowboy bias hating out our guys. I would take him over a couple of these guys. Not many, just being real. But I would feel like Donovan Wilson, at least, he should have cracked that safety list. At least maybe 9 or 10. Like, I argue with that. Dono is a top 10 safety in this league, especially what he did the last couple of years. I'm sorry. I argue on that one. And you know, this right here pissed me all the way off, y'all. Trap. Where is Mr. Mike McCarthy? Where is Big Mike Soprano? Why do they be hating on our coach like this? I don't understand. Okay, we see some Super Bowl winning coaches. We see some very, very prestigious guys up here. Andy Reid, Belichick, okay, Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh, Kyle Shanahan, though, like where your ring at? Sean McVay, okay, we'll give you that. Pete Carroll, Doug Peterson, he got the same amount as Mike McCarthy. Sean McDermott, come on now, give me a break. Mike Vrabel, give me a break. These guys, you can't tell me that Mike McCarthy don't deserve to be in this top 10 coaches list. I don't know what it is the mainstream media just dislike about Mike McCarthy, but they just can't stand Mike McCarthy, bro. I'm telling you, they can't stand him. Trap. I don't know what it is, man, but they really just do Mike McCarthy so bad, bro. And I think some of it is tied to how highly they put Aaron Rodgers on this pedestal, like he just can't do no wrong, and Mike McCarthy was just holding the clipboard the whole time. But, man, they hate on Mike McCarthy. Like, he got a ring just like a lot of them other coaches. He's had a top 10 offense for years and years and year after year. But they always try to find a way to just disrespect and hate on Mike McCarthy. Ain't no way you can't say this man ain't a top 10 coach. Ain't no way. He got a ring and his team just went 12-5 back-to-back years. What is y'all saying? Trap. Somebody make it make sense to me, man, because this is stuff I be saying, man. Ain't no way you can make that case that he's not a top 10 coach. Look at his resume. His resume speaks for itself. These guys that they putting above him are inferior. And I just gonna just say as simple as that. They're not as good as Mike McCarthy has been. But some kind of way, I think after them massages and stuff, the media just can't stand that man. The media just can't stand Mike McCarthy. It looked like they all took Aaron Rodgers' part. What it was a wedge between Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy. And it seems like everybody just went on Aaron Rodgers' side. But then when you fast forward to the future, you look at how crazy Aaron Rodgers is right now. You know what I'm saying? Trap. When you fast forward to the future and really see how crazy Aaron Rodgers is, it makes you look at it a little different, because maybe Mike McCarthy wasn't just standing there not doing nothing. Maybe he was actually coaching them up and helping Aaron Rodgers develop a little bit. Maybe he was. Who knows? But we already know what we get from the America's team, nothing but hate, because we are that. That's
we
who we
are
are.
America's team, the most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
Y'all already know they don't like us, but they tuning in every Sunday, and it almost make me want to preach a little bit. It really do. Because I get sick of these people disrespecting my coach for no reason. He ain't did nothing but win games. He ain't did nothing but have us 12-5 back-to-back years. I don't get it. But all you see is hate and disrespect from the mainstream media. It has to cease. It has to come to an end. It do. It do. That's why we here, man. That's why you have your content creators. We're here to debunk and show these people that a lot of their takes just be foolishness and rubbish. I remember before some of the other content creators came about, man, we used to just have to listen to the mainstream, just dog our team. Like, Cowboy fans had the most, well, we was like, we was really like taking bullets for no reason, bro. We was just taking bullets and couldn't do nothing about it. Our fan base just had to sit up here and hear the media just dog us out every day. And we was just taking it. But now you have content creators who gonna stand for you and really push the truth. Not let these people just say whatever they please. We're not gonna let that happen. We're not gonna let that happen. So that's all I'm saying. And really, shout out to you guys to Paul, because she said we go 12-5 and all of a sudden the season don't matter anymore. Think about this. Honestly, if you want to be real, think about the way that Mike McCarthy just navigated this 12-5 year and lost your quarterback for 5 games. Mike McCarthy could have been a candidate for Coach of the Year. Why you playing? For real. But they don't want to hear that because Mike McCarthy is not the sexy guy. He's not the new hot shot guy. That's not who they want to sell. That's not who they want to push. They just want to disrespect Mike McCarthy because I told you, when it became time to pick a side, everybody picked my Aaron Rodgers side, and they pushed Mike McCarthy up under the bus. But we're not going to allow that to happen over here at LandLord Sports. We're just not. We're coming with it, and we're going to make sure we represent our coach in the right way. He has came in, did nothing but win, helped change this culture into a real winning, I'll say a fruitful type culture in Dallas that we haven't seen. He's done a lot more than a lot of other people say and do in Dallas. He's navigated the mismanagement of this front office. You better put some respect on Big Mike Soprano when you around here in the trap, sir. I'm sorry. I'm not taking it. I'm sick of this foolishness. I'm sick of it, man. They just do my boy wrong all the time, bro, and Mike McCarthy just be dodging bullets, and this man try his best to just focus on football. That's all he do. Mike McCarthy he don't even be talking in the media, bro. Mike McCarthy he don't be wanting to hear none of that stuff. He's not all in your TV every week. This man just try to win football games, and all he catches slugs and hate from all different ways, every nook and cranny in this mainstream media. And I'm sick of it. It is foolish. It is rubbish. And it needs to come to an end. But, man, I really appreciate all the love and support that I got from y'all today, man. I told you, I'm feeling rejuvenated. I came back after a few days off, so I'm feeling good today, man. But I really appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. And we about to ride this thing on out, man. I really do appreciate all y'all, man. Make sure y'all tap that like button on the way out. Give me a fire, a flame, or a like or something. Let me know you enjoyed the show if I did a good job on my way back. Breaking in, busting in, coming back out hard like Ball and G. You understand? Trap. But let's get it, man. You already know why they hate us, because they ain't us, and we are what? The greatest. You know that. Ain't no mistake about it. Yep. Let's get it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the show today, man.
Money.
I might have one more show tomorrow, and then I'm back on the road. So,
and this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses boggle your mind, and every song, man, I swear it just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing,
I got a lot of places to be.
I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in the shrine. Damn, I never let these play me, they see us ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD. I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident that humble ain't for me, Lord. Help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most people say. Their words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the Phoenix. Show these I'm great enough. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat, I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys. And if you try to stop me, you need a plan B, yeah. I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals. Let the doubters see you make it. Show them all you the greatest, I'm the greatest. Young poet got flow flowing, it's mind blowing. I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, that's fair warning. For my opponents that will be mourning before the morning. Every beat I eat and destroy, that's what the fans want. The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping.
Give me a like and some flames if y'all want me to come back tomorrow.
I got them watching and they believe in me like a
I'll be out for another week after that, so let me know.
I'm from the bottom, assembled by the avenue, so I gotta pay homage to the hood to show my gratitude. And then my attitude is similar to an animal. These niggas ain't half as cool, I got different levels to tap into. I am the truth, these people know that I kill it. These are God level lyrics, I should be on Mount Olympus. My music therapeutic to the real spirit, like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody missing with me, I'm the great. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat, I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys. And if you try to stop me, you need a plan B, yeah. I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals. Let the dollars see you make it and show them all you the greatest, I'm the greatest.
And not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know they hate us because they ain't us. You know they want to try to suppress our success. But nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.